No Country for Old Men is an intense, gritty thriller that blends suspense, violence, and a dark exploration of fate. It's one of those films where you can feel the tension in every single scene, and the atmosphere just pulls you in. The story, set in the desolate, dusty plains of 1980s West Texas, revolves around three men caught in a deadly game of cat and mouse. But it's also about so much more, like how the world has changed, and whether good can still stand up to evil. It kicks off with Llewelyn Moss, played by Josh Brolin, a Vietnam vet who's out hunting in the desert when he stumbles upon something straight out of a nightmare, the aftermath of a drug deal gone horribly wrong. Bullet-riddled bodies, a truck full of heroin, and jackpot, a suitcase with $2 million in cash. Moss, thinking it's his lucky day, takes the money and runs, knowing it's probably the dumbest thing he could do, but hey, it's $2 million, right? Here's where it gets crazy. That money belongs to some very bad people, and they send the most terrifying hitman you've ever seen, Anton Chigurh, played by Javier Bardem, to retrieve it. Chigurh is like the Grim Reaper in human form. He's cold, emotionless, and kills without hesitation, often using a bolt gun, the kind they use to slaughter cattle, or deciding his victim's fate with the flip of a coin. He has this weird philosophy about fate and chance, which makes him even scarier. Like, this guy doesn't just kill, he makes it feel inevitable, like death is already waiting for you and he's just delivering the message. Bardem's portrayal of Chigurh is chilling, from his strange bowl haircut to his eerie calmness. He's one of those villains you'll never forget. While Moss is trying to stay one step ahead of Chigurh and the cartel, we've also got Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, played by Tommy Lee Jones, tracking them both. Bell is this old, weathered lawman who's seen a lot in his time but is starting to feel like the world has passed him by. He represents a kind of old-school morality, and watching him slowly realize that the violence he's facing is beyond his understanding is heartbreaking. He's grappling with the idea that the world has become too brutal, too chaotic, that the good old days are gone. He's smart, but he's outmatched by the sheer evil of Chigurh and the coldness of modern crime. The film is a chase. Moss is on the run, Chigurh is hunting him, and Sheriff Bell is trying to pick up the pieces. What's brilliant is how the Coen brothers, who directed the film, handled this slow burn tension. Every encounter feels like it's teetering on the edge of disaster. There's a scene in a gas station where Chigurh flips a coin and tells the clerk to call it. The man has no idea he's betting his life, but we do, and it's one of the most nerve-wracking moments in the movie, and not a single drop of blood is spilled. Eventually, things start to spiral out of control, as they always do with stolen drug money. Moss tries to stay clever and ahead of Chigurh, but fate, or luck, or whatever you want to call it, always seems to catch up. The film doesn't let you get comfortable with who's safe, or what's going to happen next. It's gritty, unpredictable, and doesn't follow the usual Hollywood formula. Without giving too much away, you should know that this is a movie where the violence is sudden, raw, and shocking, and the Coen brothers don't pull any punches. There's no neat ending tied up with a bow. What makes No Country for Old Men such a masterpiece, though, is that it's not just about the chase. It's about deeper themes of fate, morality, and the changing nature of evil. Sheriff Bell's reflections throughout the movie are like a quiet meditation on how the world he grew up in has become unrecognizable to him, and how evil now seems almost unstoppable. It's this quiet sorrow that underscores the brutality we see unfold. In the end, the movie leaves you with a lot to think about. It's violent, yes, but it's also haunting and philosophical in its way. It's like this powerful reflection on what it means to face something truly monstrous, and how sometimes the good guys don't always win. This is a movie where the villain isn't just a person, it's a force, an idea, a representation of something larger, and that's what makes it unforgettable. If you're into dark, thought-provoking thrillers that keep you glued to the screen and leave you questioning the nature of good and evil, No Country for Old Men is a must-watch. It's a slow burn, but the payoff? Absolutely worth it.